Greetings, a divine greetings to the 13 tribes of Israel scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the oxen fiery name of Abba Yahuwah Elohim. This is the oxen fiery name that is above all name, eternal. Shabbat Shalom, much love and much prosperity attend you formally, for you are the only reason of our time like truth, because the time is simply near. Just as we see the days goes by, so draw nigh the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach. Just as the Malach of Yahuwah said unto Yehukanai, the Revelator, seal not the prophecies of this book, for the time is simply near. Exactly what we are doing here formally, decoding end times prophecies, signs, dreams, in preparing people like you, body like you, house like you, for the blessed returning of King Yahushua HaMashiach, our eternal bridegroom, to whom due eternally our worship, praise, honor, service, riches, glory, power, wealth, to the glory of his magnificent Abba Yahuwah, the Almighty, and to the Ruach HaKodesh, yes, to the Ruach HaKodesh, to the Ruach HaKodesh, to the Ruach HaKodesh. Yes, is the breath of eternal, is the set apart spirit of Abba Yahuwah, is the very DNA of Abba Yahuwah, is the fire of Abba Yahuwah. When we speak of Abba Yahuwah is Almighty, you are talking about the Ruach HaKodesh. Whenever you praise Abba Yahuwah of be mighty, you are just speaking of the Ruach HaKodesh. When we say there is a fear of Abba Yahuwah, we are talking about the Ruach HaKodesh. When the royal Lord warned you never to blaspheme, he is speaking of the Ruach HaKodesh. That is the no-go area, okay? Is the don't touch me there. Is the unpardonable part of Abba Yahuwah. Of course, it has to be so. He gave you and I everything, but except this one area, the Ruach HaKodesh. That is to say, don't blaspheme the Ruach HaKodesh. Don't lie against him. If you lie against him, he will deny you of eternal breath. I just love him. I just love him. Why? Because he's our comforter, our best friend, our teacher. He is the one to reveal who we are unto us. He takes from Abba Yahuwah and he discloses it to you and I, and he put us in that right way. Okay, that way back to heaven, to glorify body. Ribobobosikayaba is the Ruach HaKodesh. I just love him. And now you know why I love him so much. Though he first of all loved me. Thank you, Abba Yahuwah, for giving your spirit. Thank you also for giving your eternal word, King Yahushua HaMashiach. Yes, Abba Yahuwah, you have been worshipped, praised, honored, served, loved. Ribobobosikayaba. Yes, sir. Rimahantalabosikeaba. Always in the temple of your eternal Hamid, your very Isha, for you are my Abba, also my eternal husband. Hallelujah, just love you, Abba. Yes, I do, though you first love me unconditionally. Thank you, Abba. Thank you for giving us all your eternal set-apart spirit, the power of glorified body. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, now, family, I want to do it again. I want to look into the mysteries of Abba Yahuwah. You know, a thing that you don't know that is hiding away from your very sense of understanding. That is what is called mystery. Though it's here, but you can't really, look into it. You don't know what it is. So it becomes a mystery. Not that it's a new thing. No, but it's in you. But you don't know. Therefore, it's a mystery. But that which is in Abba Yahuwah, of course, is a mystery. But it's in you because you are his image. From you can trace it back to Abba Yahuwah. If you already know, be revealed unto you what is in you. Therefore, to understand Abba Yahuwah is going to be a bit easy. Though we cannot get all the totality of Abba Yahuwah, but at least with a little clue he gave unto us, we can trace our destiny and our home from there. Our home, it is Abba Yahuwah's eternal presence. So why do I sound the shofar? The day is Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, according to history or historically. In the Feast of Trumpets, about 99 blasts of shofar or trumpet is sounded that one day. That one day, 99 sound of shofar is heard here on earth. 99 blast of sounding of the shofar or trumpet unstoppable is being blast. Then left one. Historically, or should have been 100, but 99 is sounded on the first of the seventh biblical month. There left just one. And that one that is left is being sounded today, Yom Kippur. So what is that one being called? That is called the last trump. The last trump. We have that in our royal law, the last trump. So that is the reason why I sounded that last trump. So I want to do it differently today. If you be a constant follower, maybe from 2 or 3 years you've been following me, we keep talking about rapture, 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 rapture on this wonderful day. But today we want to look into another part, another version of this Yom Kippur. Why the Yom Kippur? Why the Day of Atonement? If Messiah has already died on the cross, paid the sin, therefore, why should we still keep this very wonderful, holiest day, the most dreadful day in the calendar of serpent is today? Why are we still keeping it? So that's what I want to look into today. Remember, there is a generational causes that you carries in your flesh, that the earth where you dwell still carries. So I want to look into these wonderful mysteries today. Thank you, Abba Yahuwah, for you are here. Thank you for giving us your Ruach, for He's here to teach us. Thank you for giving us Yahushua, for your Spirit is here to reveal Yahushua unto us. That is the nature of the book of Revelation. It said the revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach. Okay. Now I begin to reveal unto you who can I the revelator. This is who I am. This is my color. This is how I look like. Revelation chapter 1. So this is my image, not the perverted one or the impersonated one, the impersonated whatever image. This is who I am. So now for you to really get the image of Yahushua, it takes revelation. You see, that is what is revelation. Revelation simply means a thing that you don't know that is going to be revealed unto you. A thing that is hiding away from you that you don't have no clue of. Therefore, it's going to be revealed unto you. That is what is called revelation. To reveal unto you something that is hiding or hidden away from you, from your natural senses. So to really get the image and the color of Yahushua HaMashiach, it takes revelation. And what are we saying? Not the pocket Jesus out there that everybody saw his image, everybody saw his color, everybody can even, attest to who he is. They see his color. He's a white guy. They see his image with the long hair and blue eyes and all this nonsense, But that is not Yahushua. For you to see the biblical Messiah is going to take you revelation, for you to even know his color, the color of his hair, and his color, and how he dressed, and how he looked like. He takes revelation. That is the nature of the book of Revelation. That begin to give us even the texture of his hair. It's afro. Come on now. White man don't get afro hair. And the color is brownish brown. He's a brown guy. It's not a white man. That is Jesus. You know Jesus, isn't it? Anyway, we are not here for that today. So I quickly want to chip that in. So right now, the title of our message today, giving unto you and all about Abba Yahweh's spirit, or rather set apart spirit, is here we go. Passover is your spirit. No, not so. Passover, your spirit, we are saved. Day of Atonement, your body, a land saved. Azazel, God of sin, is just. Can I take it again? Passover, your spirit, we are saved. Day of Atonement, your body, a land saved. Azazel, God of sin, is just. Is just. We have three. Abba Yawarada has three missions to carry out on this very day to save your body. Your body hasn't yet been saved. Come on now. Your spirit is saved amongst the elect. Your spirit is saved, caught into heaven. But he needs a glorified body to enter. He cannot enter this filthy body. He can't enter this filthy, wretched body. Let me tell you, we have a double spirit. That of Abba Yehovah that is going to serve for eternity is right in heaven. And the one our natural papa gave unto us from the corrupt seed, from the corrupt gene, perverted by the serpent called Azazel, is the one counting now. This one either is not going to survive judgment. It's going with the body. But the spirit, rebellious spirit, is right heavy. Okay? Just waiting for this very wonderful day to take over with the glorified body. I love Abba Yehovah. So right now, what are we saying? I want to look into your spirit is saved already. Okay, now your body and your land. A glorified spirit cannot lives in a cursed land. Neither a glorified body lives in a cursed land, or the already set apart spirit that is already saved with Abba Yehovah in heaven can't also live in a cursed body or a cursed land. What are we waiting for? This is the generational curses. Sometimes I say Christian, they can never get it for once. Every step of the way they are punks. Every step of the way they are liars. Every step of the way they became, so twisted. Twisted the royal law when it talks about there is not generational causes. I say, come on now. These people you have never ceased, to amaze me. No generational causes. Anyway, want to look into generational causes. The very one your body binds with. The very one your flesh carries. Are we ready to do that? Thank you, Abba Yehovah. I know the elect ears is already circumcised and their hearts circumcised to receive these wonderful mysteries. Today, again, on Yom Kippur. Today is Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. Our prince is right in the whole list of holies now. I saw him, it was so gorgeous. I saw him, it was so awesome. It was so beautiful. To know Yahushua, it takes revelation. It takes revelation. It's going to take revelation. I saw him, so wonderful. So wonderful, my eternal high priest. He's over there now, making this wonderful service with his Father, and for us is our mediator, our intercessor, to stand in the gap once in a year to sprinkle his blood upon our foreheads for preservation until the glorified body comes. All right, now let us begin to feed it with the royal law. We're going to start working our way from here. We're down to the Old Testament. Here we are in the New Testament. Second Corinthians chapter 4, verses 4. We read, in whom the God of this, prior to the title, whereby we mention the God of sin, okay, which is also the God of this world, called Azazel. Okay, so Azazel, you can find that is the scapegoat, the one is sin remover, to use his head to carry sin, to die for sin. These are all they. That is why Galatians chapter 3 or verses 14 or so, whereby Apostle Shaul said, the causes of the law. This is the causes of the law. It means huge causes for the disobedient. Huge causes for the one that ushers in sin. It is a very dreadful day for them. If you break the law, this day means a heavy cause. Is the causes of the law. Let's see. So prior to the title, Azazel is the scapegoat to use his own head to carry his sin, the sin remover, and also the another goat to die for the sins. Instead of me to die, he is the one to die and goes to hell. And the Azazel is found in Leviticus chapter 16. Okay, it's also found in the book of Hanukkah chapter 9, verses 5. Also chapter 10, verses 4 through 8. It said, to him ascribe all sin. It's also been found in chapter 8. In the book of Enoch chapter 8, verses 2, Azazel is also the who taught the whole world iniquity. He brought sin. And his sin is a deity, which is Azazel. So that is why he's the one to carry his property. Let's see now. So he's the Azazel. Second Timothy. Okay, what am I saying? Huh? 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 4. In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not. You see? So if you don't believe on this day, know ye that Azazel blind your minds, and it may cause eternal. Listen. Blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of Yahuwah, should shine unto them. Let me tell you, Abiyahu is about to turn on the lights. He revealed the angel that responsible in turning on the lights. When things is not going fine in your life, things is difficult, know yet that the light is being switched off. By who? By Azazel. And it's going to turn it on. Uriel. Who is Uriel? Is one of the 7 archangels that is sounding the shofar already, that is blasting the trumpet. You're going to see that in Revelation chapter 15. The 7 angels to sound the 7 trumpet is the number 1 listed in the book of Hanukkah or Enoch chapter 20. Uriel. What is Uriel? No, God is light. Abiyahu revealed that angel unto me, just as angel Havre, whom you call Gabriel, is the one responsible in blessing. If your time of blessing is due, Abiyahu is the one to give him that good news. Go and give it to my son or to my daughter. Say thank you for waiting upon me and for did not give up on me. So, Michael is to fight any barrier, any prince of demon that want to steal on the way. Is the chief, is the general overseer, is the GO, is the general overseer of all angels. Angel Michael. Any devil, prince of hell, that want to steal on the way for me not to get a glorified body, Michael is the one to beat them out, completely flog them out of my way, beat them like a baby. This is so awesome, So the one that's going to turn on the lights now, because our Messiah is about to come, is Uriel. Abiyahu says is the one. If you want to enlighten your life, you will just send go on that light. The very one Azazel switch off right in Genesis 3. That is generational curse. He will come and turn it on. And he's about to do it right now. Okay. So you see the God of this. So what is he doing? He blinded you never to see the true light. Never for you to see what we are doing today. Never for you to know who is Yahushua. He blind your mind of visions and revelations. He not put in darkness. And when he blind your mind, that is how darkness ushers in. You cannot get the true. You cannot get the accuracy of whom you serve. He said you serve whom you know not, but we serve whom we know. That's Yahushua speaking. So it's very unfortunate that about 92% is serving devils, masquerading today. The one that called himself Jesus is the second goat. And today, the very one will kill, he will sprinkle his blood. And his blood will cut before Yahuwah 7 times, which is the 7,000 years. Anyway, so you see already, it blinded the minds of many. Many minds has been blinded from this. They do Christian about almost 3 billion. By birth, they are over 3 billion souls. Okay, by religion, is 2.7 billion. The largest religion on earth, the Christendom. Do they know what we are doing today? Do they know what heaven is doing today? Do they know the commandment today? Are they aware? Of course not. Who did that? Azazel blinded their mind, never ever for them to recall. Never. And by suddenly, dark light is gone, and the light is gone, darkness, ushers in. Again, prior to the title, we are still at the scriptures, Revelation chapter 1, verses 3. Do you see what they call it? Revelation. So something that is hiding away from you is about to be revealed. That's it. Our Messiah is about to be revealed. I know him, but you don't know him. That's why you walk today. That's why you defy today. Today is the double Shabbat. It's called High Shabbat. It's Shabbat of all Shabbats. But you don't know. Revelation 1, verses 3. I read. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy. Remember, it's called prophecy. What do you understand by prophecy? What is prophecy? Let us break it down a little bit. A thing that you know already is no more prophecy. A thing that is already being fulfilled is no more a prophecy. Rather, a prophecy is something that is still on the way coming. A prophecy is something that is still hidden away from human senses. Prophecy is still a thing that hasn't yet been done. The one that is done is already no more prophecy. But the one that is still canty or called prophecy is a thing still on the way coming. Are you watching for the leftover prophecy to be fulfilled? Are you keeping those prophecies? If you do, you are blessed. So, what is the opposite of blessed? Curse. If you did not keep it, you are cursed. And that is the nature of today. Yom Kippur is a dreadful one. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. You see? So let's still put some more. We are still, adding some. Now, Revelation, we read that already. Isaiah 49 verses 9 through 10. I'm sorry to say, it's Yeshayahu Isaiah chapter 46 verses 9 through 10. Remember the former things of old, for I am Elohim, and there is no else. I am Yehovah, and there is none like me. No. Declaring, listener, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, say, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. All that Abiyawa desire hasn't yet been fulfilled. Listen now. He says the one declaring the end right from the beginning. So Revelation is Genesis, and Genesis is Revelation. So to also get the accuracy or to get the fullness of Genesis, it needs to come to Revelation. And for you to actually also understand what Revelation is speaking of, go back to Genesis. That is how you eat the old and the new. And that is how you drink his blood, or rather eat his flesh and drink his blood. And I say, until you do this, there is no life in you. What are we saying? Today, Yom Kippur is a danger to the lawbreakers. So we're not going to be reading this, where Abiyawa gave us this wonderful law. Why cry? Best known as Leviticus chapter 23. That is where all 7 biblical feasts is. Are you aware? No. Which one do you know? Christmas? January 1st? Easter? Their Father Day, their Mother Day, their Children's Day, their Lover Day, their Halloween Day, their Wishes and Wizard Day, their Fornication Day, Boyfriend and Girlfriend Day, their Women's Day. They are more nonsensical from the belly of serpent. Oh no. But today, what are we saying? It means danger to the lawbreakers. Listen now. Why cry? Best known as Leviticus 23, from verses, chapter 23, excuse me, from verses, where is it now? 26 through 32. We'll still read it, okay, but I don't want to do that reading today because not much room. Okay, now Revelation, I want to deal with now. Okay, that is where the feast is. So let's read, why are we still keeping this feast? So what is the royal law say in a nutshell? For you to get the understanding of what Revelation is all about, you better go to the Old Testament, not just Genesis alone, but rather if you go to the law. Goes to the law, then you're going to get the accuracy of what Revelation is all about. What is it revealing unto you? What is it communicated to your spirit? Now, John, Yehukanah, chapter 4, okay, best known as John, verses 20 through 24, we rush it over. Our fathers worshipped in this mountain, and ye said that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. Listen, 21. Yehoshua saith unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh, where ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. You're not going to be doing not in Jerusalem nor on Mount Gerizim. You can see Deuteronomy 27 for that. When our forefather want to pronounce curse the 12 tribes, rather the 13 tribes altogether, 6 tribes stood at Mount Ebal and then I pronounce curses. And 6 also stood on the at Mat Abel. They now pronounce blessing. Mat Gerizim, they now pronounce blessings. So that is why Samaritan worship at Mat Gerizim, because that is where blessing is being pronounced. What was the blessing? If you keep the royal law, you are blessed. And what was the curses at Mat Abel or Mat Abel? If you break the law, you are cursed. So that is why Samaritan wrote to the Mount Gerizim and now begin to worship on that mountain. Yahushua said, come on now. Neither on this Mount Gerizim nor at Jerusalem. Let's see how we're going to be doing it. 22. Ye worship, no, not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of Yehudim. Come on now. The 92% is worshiping demons as their savior. You don't know whom you worship. Jesus is horrible. That's the message we want to look into. And we'll do one. We'll do one next week Shabbat. Okay, week from today. That is, what are the next? Remember, the coming of the biblical Messiah is like the days of Noah. So now Noah was taught to build ark. So what was the armor in the hands of Noah? What was the wood he used to build the ark? And what was the nails? So we want to look into that. And if you don't build, so what is going to happen? What are you building? Do you have nails, hammer, and woods? What are you building? You building on the sand? Oh, no. We look into that next Shabbat, okay? But the hour cometh, yes, we read that already. Okay, no, 23. But the hour cometh, and now, even in there, 2,000 years back, now is, because it said, ye worship ye know not what. So you worship it demon now as God. Okay. It says salvation is of Yahudim. So Gentile, if you need Yahushua, that is his English name. Salvation. Joshua is his name. In English simply means salvation, not Jesus. Jesus spoke. Now, if you need to be saved, come to us. Come to the carriers of the law. Come to the law carriers. We're going to teach you our Messiah. We know him, but you don't know him. And to know Yahushua, it takes revelation. It says Yahushua is of Yahudim. Yahushua belongs to the people of the book. You want to know him, then come to us. We'll teach you his ways. Not Jesus, the pork. Now, you worship whom ye know not what. 23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit, that is the Ruach HaKodesh, and in truth. Who is truth? Is Yahushua HaMashiach. I'm the way and the truth, and no one comes to this Father but by me. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. 24. Yahweh is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So what is he saying? Because Yahushua knew we're going to be dispersed into the four corners of the earth. He knew the people of the book is going to be scattered, because today ought to be done in Jerusalem. Today we need to carry our goat, to, prince. But that one is taught. Yahushua is the Lamb of heaven, the perfect, awesome, and holiest blood has redeemed me. He's atoning for me. And that blood is sprinkled on my forehead already, for eternal redemption, for my body to experience what is called a glorified body. Okay? Now the blood of pork. Now what is it saying? Because we're going to be dispersed into the four corners of the earth. So they that is going to be doing it, they're going to be doing it now according to the lead of the Ruach HaKodesh in their Ezra. And in truth, which is Yahushua. What I'm doing now is in truth. And the lead is the revelation which the Ruach HaKodesh revealed unto me. The generational curses on these days is going to be also rolled away. So that is how we do it. We don't do it on the Mount Gerizim. We don't do it at Jerusalem. We do it in the Ruach HaKodesh and in Yahushua. In the land of our Ezra, in the four corners of the earth, we are keeping the royal law. Did you get that? Let's put some more. Yes, Revelation chapter 1. We are back here again. Verses 10. I was in the spirit. What spirit are you? Are you in the spirit? A spirit of delusion? Or you are in the true spirit of the living Yehovah? On the Adonai's day. This is the day, Shabbat. This is the day. It's horrible for you if you are a lawbreaker. And heard behind me a great voice as of a trumpet. That is why I sound that last trump. So what spirit? I was in the spirit. That is the spirit that is already being saved. And if we are going to see Abayewa face to face, not with this spirit, come on now, not with this filthy body, not at all. This body carry curses. He can never see Yahweh. No, no, no. So the one that's going to see Yahweh, that is what this day, Yom Kippur, is navigating the elect into, bringing about. Yes. Now, prior to the title, your spirit already been saved, but your body and your land, not at all. You are still carrying generational curses. And that is the nature or the reason for Yom Kippur. I can also call it the second Passover. Remember, Numbers chapter 9, we have second Passover. If you missed the first Passover, you are very much welcome to click in with the second Passover. Listen now. Romans chapter 8, verses 21 through 25. I read, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh. That is your land, that is your health, that is your property. Revelation chapter 5. All our forefathers that died, that became the 24 elders, they said, we are coming here on earth to rule with Yahushua HaMashiach. The earth is our property. If our body needs a glorified body, know yet too well that the earth also is going to be redeemed from the body of corruption. The Revelation 21. Our new earth cannot carry homosexuality. It can carry lesbianism. It can carry thief. It can carry killer, murder. It can carry any of this iniquity, which is a wizard. He can carry liars. None at all. He can't carry any of those nonsense anymore. It's going to be liberated. A glorified body also is going to be given unto it. You and your earth is going to be redeemed. That is the one that is left over. 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. We are all still going through nonsense. 23. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, for which the redemption of our body. Did you get that? Because our body, they used to lie, me, I'm not exempted though. Me, I still tell small lies. But in according to the royal law, there is no big lie, there is no small lie. Okay, sin is a sin. You break the royal law because the royal law said thou shalt not lie. Me still tell small lies, okay? I still do something, okay, that's breaking the royal law, okay? I can be in my house whereby you come and you just say, sorry, I'm not at home. That's it. And you can be talking to me and I don't know how to discharge you. I'll say, okay, what am I going to do now? I'll just pick up myself, my second call. I'll just ring it by myself. Oh, sister, sorry, my phone is ringing because I want to cut off that conversation. You know, nobody's calling me. I just want to run away from that conversation. And I don't know how to discharge you. I'll just ring my phone by myself and talking to myself by myself. That's it. So I still do something whereby the royal law said we shouldn't lie. Anyway, let's drop that. 24. But I just let you know, I still do some certain, crazy things. 24. For we are saved by hope. But hope that is sin is not hope, for what is a man seeth? Why doeth he yet hope for? A prophecy that is already been fulfilled. Why still hope for it? Passover is gone. Why should I still? No, it's gone. It's celebration. But Yom Kippur needs so. Not so, okay. 25. But if we hope for that which sin not, then do we wait patient, wait for it. Our body needs to be, renovated, reconstruction. Then when I begin to say, I'm going to also do that message, okay? I bet you want to make us so wonderfully. What Genesis 1, when I bet you want to finish working with us, the woman body, oh no, it was so figure 8. It was so beautiful. It was so awesome, perfect. There was no imperfect over there until sin stepped in. Then now strip us that beauty, took it away from us. So we still hope to get that glorified body, that wonderful body. Let me tell you, it's already in the making in the world of Gentiles. They would go and make boo-boo. They will make it big, your breast. You think about your wife don't know how to really mold us that way. It is what is in us. That is what they are still bringing out in a very perverse way. We will do that Mercedes surgery, planting of breast, and all this body they are retouching and making. That is Abayawa's job. Remember, when you first make it, you did not contribute nothing. How dare you now say you're going to be using millions upon millions to do that? You will not get crushed. We'll look into that. That is a glorified body, but it's already the devil exposed it also to his daughters, and they are perverting their learning of it in the very wicked ways again. Okay, we drop that. So let's go into why we are here today. But we are speaking of glorified body, though, I think. Yes, of course. Isn't it? We are talking about glorified body, how wonderfully we're gonna look like. Beautiful. Perfection. So my space won't allow me to be reading now, only to be talking because I have so much I don't want to do too. No. Yom Kippur ends today, and the gate will be shut today. Heaven will be shut today. At the last trump, heaven is shut. It's opened on the first day, okay, of this month. That's last week, whatever. And today is will be shut. Let's not little bit talking. Now Revelation 21, I quote it already. The renovation of the earth, the glorified body. Now Genesis, I should have been ready here. 3. Okay, let me see if I will be able. Okay, you can read all Genesis chapter 3, where the generational curses come from. If you are the seed of Adam, therefore know ye that you carry a generational curses in your body. Let me tell you, the woman, Kawa or Shawa, she's the mother of all living. But the man, Adam, isn't so, because we see in this sentence, in this judgment, Abiyawa pronounced over here, someone share fatherhood with him. Okay, but the woman, she's the mother of all, because the royal law says she's the mother of all living. Okay, so we read. This is where the generational curses comes from. I read verses 15. And I will put enmity between thee, okay, 14, from the serpent, because this is our enemy that brings about these generational curses. And Yehovah Elohim said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above all beasts of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Now, this curse is a sign. Guess what? Whose God carried these curses? The Islamic word Allah in the holy language Hebrew simply means curse. And when you see how Allah is being written, the logo, it is a snake. We'll do this when we come to the Feast of Tabernacle, because two deities, they are coming to Tabernacle with their wives. Allah have no wife, but Allah do have a wife. We will look into that. Okay, 15 now. And now we'll put, so this curse is a sign. And it's a sign in a woman, it's a sign in a God, which is Allah. It's a sign in a woman, which is in our womb. It's also a sign in the man, which is death. And I will put enmity between enmity, where is it? And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Gonna stop him from ruling. We'll show you that when it comes to the Feast of Tabernacle. 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow, and that in thy conception in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground, the earth is cursed. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns also and tassels, these are demons, okay. Thorns and tassels shall tongues also and tassels shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herbs of the field. 19. In the sweat of thy face thou shalt eat bread, till thou return unto the ground, for out of it wast thou taken. For dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. So your body and the ground We see. So now it's 100% talking, no more reading. Okay. So the cause will be liberated from this. The earth, excuse me, will be delivered from these causes, and your body as well. Too many causes on the earth. Too many causes. So where is the other one? Abayuwa releases. Now when you read Galatians chapter 5, verses 17, we see that flesh and spirit, they are working against one another. The spirit counts for life, but the flesh say, come on now. I want to keep obeying the serpent. Okay, the flesh, who is flesh, is a woman. And how is flesh a woman? Genesis chapter 2, read verses 21. Woman came from flesh. The man came from Yahuwah direct, while the woman came from man, the flesh. That is why woman only have flesh to give unto man, the egg. And this egg carry cause, the blood flow. That is the sign our uterus every month is coming some cleanliness. That something abominable entered there, a taboo entered there, is a cause. And the penis of a man, death entered, because man should have be a life giver. The seed, the sperm, is a life. And the woman will give body to shit that life. But that sperm, that life now turned to death. And death is unclean. When you touch death, Abayuwa say, you are unclean. You can't enter heaven. We see that in Numbers 20, chapter 19. It's anyone that touched death, a dead person. And he said you will be unclean. 7 days going to be on the street. And this folly deities, they are dead people. They are dead, okay? You still touch it there. Said the woman touched. Abayuwa said, don't touch, neither shall you eat it, lest ye die, because they are the dead. And you still touch it, they take their property, still live it by their instruction. That's how you still become corrupt, you know. Now, Romans chapter 8, verses 1 through 11 make it so clear. The deeds of flesh, it carries law. The flesh carries law. Okay, the law is the law of serpent, and flesh is your worst enemy. Matthew chapter 10, verse 36 said, the enemy of a man is the number of his house. Who is your house? Your body is your house. Your family is your house. Your body is the primary house of you. And which is the flesh. It carries wickedness. That is why he needs to be destroyed for a new one to be given unto you. And we also know the man's gene carry death, which is still uncleanness. That is the word is in the man's penis. Instead of giving life, you are not giving death. Now, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 50 says, flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahuwah. The blood that is coming, that is the polluted one. And the flesh corrupted by the serpent, because Revelation chapter 13 makes it so clear that the serpent, the mark of the beast, is the number of man. He conjoined with us. Daniel chapter 4, verses, is it chapter 4? No, Daniel chapter 2, verses 43, make it so clear that the folly deities, the image of the beast, it conjoined with the seed of man. So that is how it corrupts our body that must be going away. Now the spirit is pardoned, but the flesh, still devilish. Second Chronicle chapter 7, verses 14, your land is cursed. If only you will humble yourself, then Abayuwa is going to be doing renovation. If only the people I call by my name will humble themselves, how do you need to be humble? Fasting. That is what we are doing today, in order for your land to be, redeemed. And Abayuwa said, that is the only way I will hear you from heaven. I will forgive your sins, and I will heal your land. Your land is filled with demons. Remember, it's coming. It's like days of Noah. Genesis chapter 6. What happened? Folly deities now begin to marry. Have a marital affair with women, and women are beginning to bring forth giant children. Okay, for the serpent, that is the moment we are now in the spirit realm. Okay, the land again is filled with demons. Deuteronomy 27, verses 11 through 26, if you disobey the royal law, curse in the land. Deuteronomy 28, verses 16 through 68. Verse 16 said, your land is cursed. 17 said, there is a curse in your land. Your earth is cursed. Okay, so that is why there is a need for a new earth for you. Leviticus 16, read it all. You're going to see it over there, what happened, exactly how the Aaronic high priest the same Yahushua is doing today in heaven. Only there is no goats and there is no animal, but his own blood sprinkled upon the mercy seat, upon the altar several times for the 7,000-year reigns. Okay, the one we are almost done with. Where is it now? Revelation chapter 8, okay, verses 1 through 6. You're going to see it over there. Isaiah chapter 6, that is the angel that also turned for our lips, because we are unclean and with unclean people. For you to see Yahuwah, you must be cleansed, okay? You must be cleansed. Without holiness, you can see Yahuwah. Without holy body, forget it. You can see Yahuwah. Mm? We quote that already. Revelation chapter 15. Go and read it. When this day we are going on, and it said the temple of Abba Yahweh was shut. No one were able to enter until the last plagues destruction. Okay, when today is shut, today is the day of closing, shutting heaven, and you can't enter anymore. You have the chance to enter from day 1 to day 10. When 6 o'clock is now, the door is shut. The ark of the covenant is shut. And Noah's ark is shut. We'll do today, next week Shabbat, in Noah's ark, the hammer in your hand. We're gonna blend it up. The one I cannot finish today, I blend it up, but I don't want to title part 2. Enoch chapter 20, I quote that already. The book of Yashar chapter 3 through chapter 6. Enoch rapture chapter 3, chapter 6. We also see ark of Noah present people from the judgment that is coming. Where the ark was shut, no one were able to enter, no matter how they cried, until judgment prevailed against the lawbreaker. So that is the area where we are proceeding to. And this is Yom Kippur. Ark. Yom Kippur also mean to cover you, and the ark of Noah cover Noah from destruction. Okay, remember that is the son of Yahushua's coming. Genesis 6 through 9. James, okay, let me leave these ones out. We'll read this one next week, Shabbat, when we do the covering, Yom Kippur covering, Ark of Noah, okay, and the hammer in your hand, the wood and the nails will blend all together. Before Abba Yahweh bring destruction, first of all, take the holy people home. Noah go by fire. We're going to see what that is. And Lord, Enoch go by fire, and Noah enter the ark. We're going to differentiate the rapture